What's going on, folks? Today I'm going to be checking out the band Profaned. The name of this song is Majestic. The previous song that I reacted to from them I thought was pretty cool, so I'm looking forward to hearing another one. And they actually released their debut album on May 14th. I have not listened to it yet because I've been wanting to check this out before I listen to the album, so that way, I hadn't heard this song before or anything like that. So I'm excited to not only check this out, but then be able to go listen to the album. It's out now. But yeah, until then, first things first, let's check out Profaned with Majestic. Rangers, go. Wow, cool stuff. I like the previous song I reacted to, but I think I like this one better. I mean, it's very driven, it's energetic, and man, the vocals are killer. And it's the vocalist from the band The Sigil, and I said this in the other reaction I did for Profaned, that I always really liked his voice in The Sigil, but this is like he's really just like let loose, and just really impressed with his voice. I mean, he just kills it. He kills it. There in the beginning of the song, starts out kind of somber, whatever, but then it gets going. And man, that first power metal scream that he does is just awesome. And yeah, I mean, just really cool. What a killer way to start out the song and get things ripping and going and, get you hype and pumped. So yeah, right from there, I was like, man, that's sick. And, the guitars are going and all that. And again, very energetic song. I really like the guitar work a lot. And there's that part, like, I think it's like in the verses or so, or, there's really cool things that kind of happen in the verses. And that's one thing interesting about this song. If I'm not mistaken, like the chorus happens once before the bridge and then once after. It's like you have the verse, chorus, verse, and then a little almost like, I think it was almost like a pre-bridge almost, but you don't get like another chorus before like the bridge starts, and then you get like that little piece of the chorus there at the end. So yeah, interesting structure, but it keeps things like moving. And I like the verses a lot. Like I said, there's a lot of neat stuff that happens there. Little like even with like the vocal melody, the bump, bump, just it's just cool. And then and then it's more constant. But then just have those little elements. And then another thing that I'm pretty sure was in the verses that's really cool. Even musically, there's some cool stuff like when it's going, and it might even be during that bump, 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 or around that part where the guitar drops out like a little bit, and you hear like the bass, and that bass just sounds so cool. Like it sounds so like dirty, like it's. I mean, it's just tight. Almost like it's like the bass is like gurgling there. But it was just sick. I was like, whoa, I like that. So yeah, I mean, the verses are just really, really cool musically, and like vocal melody and just very dynamic verses. That's just fun and just really, really neat. And then you kind of get like the chorus, and yeah, I mean the chorus, is neat too, but it even like in my head, it's like I'm trying to kind of remember like what the deal was exactly with like the chorus. It just kind of like rises up like a little bit, but it really is not meant to be like the focus. How it's like a lot of songs, like the chorus is like the big focus, like everything is kind of built around like the chorus. But here it almost feels like the verses are like the big thing in the song, and it works because the verses are so sick. But then you kind of get like the little chorus there where, yeah, I mean, it's like it kind of rises up a bit, his voice, he gets a little bit higher, just little things there before you kind of take off again with the verses. And then you get to like the bridge, which was really neat because it kind of takes on like a little bit of a different quality there before it kind of takes off again, where you have like the almost like the choir, and a little bit of like bombast and like the scale or like the scope of the song kind of increases there. Instead of you being just like driven, it's almost like a lot of the song, like the verses and all that ripping, is like following like one of these planes, these fighter planes going, and you're just like in the zone. But then it's like the bridge part with the choir and all that, it just enhances like the scope of like not necessarily just following like one fighter plane, but like seeing the whole scale of like the battle or like the war of what's going on. And so it's just a really, really cool moment that brings a different quality to the song, and brings a freshness to it as well, and just a different kind of feeling to it before things kind of take off again. And the guitar solo was tight. Really, really dug that there. All the guitar licks and yeah, the whole musical part. Like after that, just guitars going again. You're back in there, and you get that last little kind of chorus bit there, just to kind of really send it home. Bring it home, or whatever. Round out the song and all that on a nice note there. So yeah, I mean, it just a really, really cool song. It's got soaring moments, but a lot of it is like kind of there in the trenches, if you will. But you get those other little moments, and yeah, I mean, vocals were just killer, and the musicianship was killer. And the verses, yeah, the verses to me are like the highlight of the song, but that bridge too, was really tight. So yeah, really, really, really cool song. Definitely like this more. Like I said, I thought the previous song I reacted to from them was neat, but this one, it just, man, really, really cool. So now I'm super excited that I can actually listen to the full album now and really take it all in. What they're all here, all of what they're about. Because even there's a big distinction between this song and the previous one I reacted to. It's like, sure, like the styles, are relatively similar. They're like connected, but they have just a different sort of like approach, kind of. So yeah, I'm just curious to hear everything that they got on the album. So I'm looking forward to it. But yeah, really cool song here. Let me know, folks, in the comments down below. What'd you think of this song? Let's talk about it. Are you going to listen to the debut album? Like I said, it's out now. It released back on May 14th. So it's ready for listening as we speak. So anywho, thank y'all so much for tuning in. I'll catch you next time. Ranger out.